Hi, this is Graham Jeacocke. I just wanted to help clarify a little trouble that people are having with understanding who Jesus is, because many people seem to think that Jesus is this supernatural being and he requires a supernatural explanation to account for him. And I'd just like to point out that Jesus was a man. And I wanted to clarify this through another character, but found in the Old Testament. And his name is Samson. Now, this is taken from the Net Bible, the New English translation, and it's the newest version. So here we go. It's a few verses, and I hope you can isolate the words I want you to figure out. The angel of the Lord did not appear again to Manoah and his wife. After all this happened, Manoah realized that the visitor had been the angel of the Lord. Manoah said to his wife, "We will certainly die, because we have seen a supernatural being." But his wife said to him, "If the Lord wanted to kill us, he would not have accepted the burnt offering and the grain offering from us. He would not have shown us all these things or have spoken to us like this just now." Now, this is the problem. Here we are trying to establish a few things, and the atheists are going about it the wrong way. Now, if I want to use Oscar Pistorius's trial to illustrate something. Now, the problem that atheists have is they use the explanation of who Jesus is from the Christians' account of what they think Jesus is, and that is the Son of God. But the Son of God was the last thing they thought Jesus was. He was in fact their Messiah. Now that is completely different. The Jews did not say, the Christians did not say Jesus was God. They said he was our Messiah. Our Messiah has been crucified and been resurrected. Now, how does all this affect how we question Jesus? Well, atheists are the prosecution. Now, there's another man in the Old Testament. His name was Job. Now, there was a role that the Satan played. He also was the prosecution. He questioned the righteous acts of Job. Now, bear this in mind. Now, what we have to do is we have to look at what atheists are doing with Jesus. And atheists are the prosecution. They are looking at Jesus and questioning his behaviour. Right? But we have to question our behaviour by human standards, and that is done through our law courts. Now, Jesus had two titles. He was known after they had found out that he was the Son of God, confirmed by the resurrection. Now, the other title was the Son of Man. Now, we're the Son of Man also. So, this demonstrates that Jesus was human. Now, atheists are the prosecution. Like, when Oscar Pistorius was put on trial, you see, the defence had a particular viewpoint of what went on a particular day. Okay? And the prosecution have to destroy that. They have to account for what did happen. They have to say, well, this is what happened, not what they said. Now, the atheists have to look at what the Christians are saying of Jesus. Now, Jesus is represented by Christianity, the defence, okay? So, the atheists have to make the claim and then demonstrate that claim by actually actively looking at the scene, looking at the scene that Jesus was in, and saying, well, what did happen? That's how the prosecution works. There is no such thing as we need a supernatural explanation or supernatural evidence. No, the law is looking at establishing that some man in history has acted in some way. There is no requirement of supernaturalness. All this is achieved at the end. Once you have established, well, we can't find anything to say that Jesus did not do these things, right? Once that is established in the courtroom, it is then the atheists' next big discussion. How do you account for it? Right? And this is the same process that the apostles did with Jesus. They had to account for what the resurrection was. Now, the atheists have had 2,000 years to come up with a reason of how the resurrection took place. Therefore, by the standards of the law, they have not proven that Jesus did not get resurrected. You see, because you have to give an explanation of what they saw. It's no good denying what they saw and saying, well, you can't prove God. God is not in this equation, because if you understand the Jewish faith, you know that Jews already believed in God. So the problem with Jesus is not whether he was God. The apostles were to be a witness to a man. And it was this man who had certain acts to his name. He said things. And it was God. God was the final explanation of Jesus. You see, the problem with atheists, they go into reading the Bible knowing all the facts about Jesus first. You have to read the New Testament as a first century Jew, just like someone meeting Jesus for the first time. You have to get out of your head that Jesus is God, or the Christians claim that Jesus is God. At this time, when you're reading, you just have to say, Jesus is a Jew. Now, how do you get a frame of reference to understand Jesus? Well, you have to read the Old Testament. And then you understand why Jesus is talking about the Mosaic Law. Anyway, I've rattled on long enough. I hope I made sense. And if I haven't, well, I'll re-upload it. Or I'll answer your comments below, as per usual. Bye.